Well, good afternoon to all of you from Sri Lanka. It gives me great pleasure as the director for the Center for Biomedical Innovation at the University of Moratuwa to welcome you all to this very special workshop as part of the MERCon 2021 conference on affordable motion capturing for gait analysis, clinical rehabilitation, and sports. Biomechanics is an area that is close to my heart, and I really feel at home today, knowing that many of you have some connection to this area, and that there is a wider spectrum of clinicians from equipment suppliers to researchers from universities all across, there's a big spectrum of you who are connected to this area of biomechanics represented today. A special and a warm welcome to our keynote speaker today, Dr. Tirosh, and he's from the University, Swinburne University of Technology in Australia. And also want to welcome all the other speakers who are, especially the ones who are from overseas, from Australia as well as UK, joining us today. I want to welcome as well our moderator for the day, Dr. Noeline Prince. Later on, I'll give a formal introduction to her. And welcome all our participants. When I looked at the list, I could see that we had over 200 plus registrations, and when we looked at what disciplines you represented, I was very happy to note that there was a wide spectrum from physiotherapists to PNOs to people from in medicine, biomedical engineering, engineering in general, medical equipment, and also representing many different institutes such as the Ministry of Health, some private organizations in apparel and in rehabilitation, as well as to see that there were some of you joining from India as well as from Indonesia. So really welcome all of you. And I really sincerely hope that the next 4 hours that we are going to spend together will be something that you can really learn as well as contribute, because this is a space that we want to hold open for as many people to join and to contribute in this important area of biomechanics. And today's focus is going to be on motion capturing, affordable solutions in that area for gait analysis, clinical and rehabilitation purposes. So I think it's an apt time for us to discuss this topic, given the Olympics that's going on and the interests generally that people have during this time when it comes to sports and performance in general. So before I continue, I'd really like to introduce the Center for Biomedical Innovation. And you might want to know why we are focusing on hosting this workshop. So if I can maybe give you a very quick introduction. The Center for Biomedical Innovation has been established in 2017 to address a growing need that we felt at the time, which today is being highlighted, and that of developing biomedical devices for commercialization purposes. As you know, in many university environments, we develop good prototypes, but sometimes beyond that, nothing actually happens. So we felt that there was a need to develop devices for commercialization, and 4 years on, it's the journey that we have been on, and that is our purpose, if I could maybe describe it that way. And yesterday we had an interesting workshop on biomedical product development, which was also, I believe, was a successful workshop given the number of people who attended and the different type of questions that came during that session. So very quickly, if I'm to introduce the center has many different outcomes in mind, not just products. We are into research, we are into developing prototypes, products, providing services, but generally in the area of biomedical devices. So we have a thriving community of young and vibrant researchers, but Importantly, we have a growing community that we are connected to in the area of healthcare in general. So that is where you also can be part of that community. And while we focus primarily on the biomedical product development, we also spend uh, a significant amount of our time and our attention into biomedical engineering research and also biomedical education. And we realize that for us to be successful in what we do, we need to really be communicated, be connected to a larger community, including academic institutions, research organizations, industry partners, medical regulators, and different resource groups. So that is the picture that I want to present to you in terms of what our center is all about. We are very exclusive in having a focus towards device development and not just academic research only. However, we are an inclusive community in that we recognize the value and the importance that everybody can add to developing a thriving biomedical community towards commercializing these devices. So in that light, I want to present the workshop that we are presenting today in terms of affordable motion capturing solutions and our contribution towards facilitating that within Sri Lanka. So if I can maybe paint this picture in terms of what biomechanics involves, we realize that it involves a number of areas: sports, ergonomics, rehabilitation, and wellness, which you, the audience, will be well aware of. And in fact, you might be specializing in some of these areas as well. So where we as a center can we kind of contribute to this space would be in the form of technology that we either develop or we are able to facilitate technology as an engineering institution. So this is where anything from wearable sensors to brain-computer interface to musculoskeletal modeling, AI and machine learning, and motion capturing, which is the subset of this technology that we'll be discussing today, and so on, and even mobile app development and all that. So this is also an invitation. While welcoming you to the workshop, it's also an invitation to come and connect with us and see how we can collaborate and how we can do work together. Because we realize, as I said at the beginning, we really need each other, and this is meant to be an interdependent community. So already we have some partners with whom we are working that consist of some local as well as overseas universities, some companies, local companies, and who are specializing in different areas in the product development or in the commercializable or translatable research aspects.